I'm going to make one of those earth batteries and see if it actually works. The one I'm going to make is going to have 12 cells. I just got some dirt from outside. Just going to pour it in and fill up each cell, about 3/4 full. Got them all filled up with dirt from outside. Now I need to get 12 nails and some copper wire. Take a piece of the copper wire and wrap it around the nail a few times on the top of the nail by the head. Then insert the nail into the dirt and then bend the copper wire so that it goes into the dirt in this second cell. And then keep repeating that with the nails and the copper wire until you have everything connected together. And then you can test for a voltage. You're actually going to need another nail and copper wire for right here to connect these two together. Then over here, got positive and negative is this wire here. I saturated the 12 cells with distilled water, and here's what I get as far as voltage. Disappointing for 12 cells. I'm going to add some vinegar to each cell, and then we're going to see if there's an improvement in the voltage. I'm not going to put a lot. Now let's see what we get. Wow, look at that. Big difference. Even though it went as high as 5 volts, when I hook up a small booster board to it, it can't handle a load and the voltage drops to pretty much 0. Here's the output from the booster board. See, it's barely anything, a lot lower than the 5 volts I was getting. I did add some more vinegar, so see now, with no load on it, it's putting out about 6 volts. Well, now it's going down. But when I put the booster board on and it puts a load, the voltage drops to 0. With the bolts in the battery instead of the nails and some vinegar, it's getting about 8.5 volts. I'm going to put some more vinegar in there and see if we can get the voltage and the milliamps higher. I added some vinegar to the battery with the bolts, and it's getting 36 milliamps. Not very much, so the earth battery doesn't really have any use because it's not putting out enough amps to do any useful work. I'm going to have the camera record the voltage as I add vinegar to the battery cells. That's 2 cells. I've added some more vinegar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Adding more vinegar actually lowered the voltage it was putting out. Now let's check the milliamps again. Actually, the voltage is going up now. I guess I had to wait for the vinegar to soak in to the dirt. Okay, look at this. Now we're getting 9 volts. Alright. I was kind of hoping that this battery, having 12 cells, would be able to put out at least 12 volts. But almost 9.5 volts is pretty good. Now that we got a higher voltage, let's see if the milliamps is higher. Okay, the milliamps is actually a little less than it was. Guess that makes sense because the voltage went up, so the milliamps are going to go down, usually. You can't have them both being high. If one's high, then the other one's going to be lower. So that is the problem with the earth batteries. They do seem to be able to get energy from nothing, as in like a perpetual motion machine. But even though that's the case, they seem to get energy from nothing. They don't produce enough amps to do any useful work. So there's really no practical use for an earth battery, except to just make it for fun, like I did here. So that's it for my experiments on the earth battery. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.